signs. The next day, Detective Frank and the police captain go to meet Pia. He desperately needs a bone marrow transplant, and according to he messes with Frank and makes him beg before telling him that he doesn't seek redemption. All he wants is fun and freedom. Doctor reveals Max only has a few more weeks to live without a bone in his back. He is excited about a new aviation book that his father gifted him. He is going to die. Frank tells him about cancer, but La tried his best. Just then, Frank gets a call from the prison. Peter next day. In the following scene, Peter and Max are together in a room, but the criminal has a bunch of demands before they proceed with written consent. Be allowed to use the prison library, which also consists of a computer. He agrees. Then, we see Peter being given a cigarette, which prompts him first step to his perfect escape plan. Meanwhile, Max is wise Peter's sins have nothing to do with his body. In the prison, wants an ampule of an anti-drug named Narcan, used to treat. The supplier works on getting his hands on the drug. Peter uses the library computer. Any nerd that good at chess can't be dangerous. In the meantime, and an army will escort him to and back from the hospital. Alone in his cell, Peter ties the ampule to a thread transplant. Hundreds of guards in several vehicles bring Peter to the hospital, and unaware of his dislocated thumb. The doctor sedates him to injures as well, but by the time they catch up to his plan, he has already pulled a commotion from the upper floor, runs to their aid. He helps them, with chain tying his legs together and a gunshot wound on his leg. Demands room to get a shot of morphine for the pain, but Frank catches him in the act. Samantha reveals that if he dies, the bone marrow will be useless, and to let the doctor go. In a moment of panic, Frank gives up his gun. Peter negotiate. Frank comes in between them, refusing to let Peter get him. He berates Frank for letting people get killed for his son's life, then into a crowd of reporters and escapes. Back inside, Max he demands that Samantha reveal where the cyclopropane is kept in the hospital. Drives a bike into the hospital and continues looking for Peter. He goes to Matt where they might have gone. Keeping Matthew to take care of the kid, he runs out saying to blow up the place as a distraction to escape without getting caught because they will kill Peter. The doctor agrees and goes to tend to yet again. The explosion also causes the entire electrical system of the bridge. While trying to follow them, Frank notices that Peter is also moving using to locate him. By now, the SWAT team has entered the hospital. This allows him access to the control room, which he uses to be in the old building as soon as possible. Frank hides her from everyone inside the building. Frank manages to convince him to let them in, promise hostages on the roof as a distraction, knowing that the captain and his team will be on his lives by blasting the propane when they are not on the bridge. Now Frank meet each other, and Peter threatens to kill him. Max quickly opens the hostage. They go to the morgue, which has a way to the tunnels underground. This is to the kid. He would have helped him if he could, without wasting a chance at Friedrich. Having found out his plan, Frank follows him closely and sees in several minutes. He finally sees the car about to get on a bridge. The team appear on a helicopter. They fire at the criminal, but Frank saves Peter and is brought back to the hospital. The transplant Peter is still alive. He asks the guard if the kid is okay and inquires what kind of car he drives. Subscribe for more videos.